So today was my day off, and I thought I would run through my list of events with you all. Well, I slept in a little bit late for me. I decided I was going to treat myself to actually not getting up until noon, which was ironic, because at noon it was just like I jumped up and I started going right into my routine of what I wanted to get done, which was, luckily I had slept in my clothes from the night before, so I was just able to start going. And I went outside, pulled up all the Christmas signs, put in Happy New Year flags, got everything picked up outdoors in the house, took down everything that was Christmas. Well, I started to. And then it was like the interruptions of the day started happening. We got Cousin Ann's fruit basket, which 2 of the pears was not that great, and Grandpa expressed to Ann his displeasure in that. So at that point, she called the company. They're going to make it right and send 2 pears and 2 apples. But we're happy for that. And then, of course, I called Walgreens to see where my ornament is. Well, the first time the girl hangs up on me. The second time I call Walgreens, she acts like I'm an inconvenience. She goes, let me go check. Then she comes back and, I would say an inordinate amount of time later, goes, well, it's not here, just like she expected it not to be there. And I said, well, on the computer it says it arrives on the 27th. Yeah, well, take it up with the customer service. So I immediately turn around, call the 800 number for the customer service. Lady was really nice, but she could tell I was really frustrated. She goes, I don't know if you've had any experience with like the postal service and all that this holiday season, but like things are arriving late. I said, yeah, we had a fruit basket that just arrived today, and some of the fruit was bad, ironically enough. I said, and then I had 2 ornaments on order that barely made it in time for Christmas, and the third one should have made it on time, but for some reason didn't. Yeah, it's the processing and the handling, but we'll give you some free wooden magnets. How's that? Where's the sanity in this world? Anyway, after all that drama was over with, I started making out my checks for my bills and everything. And Grandpa thought he'd help out, so he takes the check that I wrote out for my bank, which it was from my bank, but it was to his bank for my savings, because my saving is now at his bank. He takes it over to my bank where the checking's at. And then pretty soon I get this phone call, Donna, we got a check over here. It's not to us. You need to come pick it up. Okay, so I have to drop what I'm doing now, and which was trying to get everything organized. Wasn't happening anyway. So I then started coming up with a plan. I knew I needed to get a phone card for my Straight Talk phone. So I thought, I'm going to end up going to Walmart anyway. I can do a loop. So what I ended up doing was telling Grandpa when he got back from doing his errands, okay, look, you took it to the wrong bank. It's all right, though. And he went ahead and laid down on the couch. I went ahead and started doing my errands. By the time I got from that bank to his bank, which, it's where my savings is, I told the girl, I'm just so glad to get this in the right bank. And she looks at me and she goes, well, that's good, And she's like, you're out of breath. I said, well, it's because I had to go all over town just to take this check to the other place. And I said, I felt bad because right before Christmas I had to take some money out of my savings. And she goes, oh, and I said, yeah, it was for my hair. And she automatically assumes that my hair is colored, which it has never been colored. It has been highlighted, but never colored. And she goes, well, it looks so good and natural. I said, that's because it is. I said, the reason I had to take the money out was to get my hair washed, dried, and curled, and then some lottery tickets, because I made sure that, my grandpa and everybody had a lotto ticket for Christmas, because I wanted them to have a little bit of joy of scratch off and maybe win something, And anyway, long story short, went out to Walmart, got some crates for my ornaments, and I was so happy that I did that, because if we were to put them in my grandparents' china cabinet, there was a huge chance that they may get broke. They may get broke anyway. But I wrapped them in tissue paper in hopes that maybe that gives it a little extra cushion, And put that downstairs. I've still got to get him to tape up the tree. That's not done yet. I decorated the inside of the house, as you may notice. That's my scarf for Valentine's Day, because the next major holiday, they don't really make you know, I'm sure they make decorations for New Year's, but I didn't want to decorate the house in New Year's. So I went with Valentine's Day, and everything is decorated for Valentine's Day. And not that I'm going to have a Valentine because, well, I didn't have a Santa Claus. And anyway, I know my mom would say, well, you know, if you would just be friendly like me. I said, well, to her the other day, I said, if I could be friendly like you and personal like you, life may be different, but it is what it is, you know. So anyway, not that I'm a stuck-up person. It's just that a lot of people don't listen and don't understand and don't comprehend what it is to be a mature adult, to sit down and talk things out. If he would do that, I would be over the moon and it would be great and we could work things out like gravy, but he just won't talk to me. So, with that being said, got everything put away, and I feel like I've been doing laundry, which that, if you heard that beep, that is the laundry again. We went out to Goodwill tonight, at least I did, in high hopes of finding stuff to decorate the house for Valentine's Day, because I'm all about decorations. And by golly, they didn't have any. But guess what I found? More clothes. But these had brand new tags on them, so I was really hyped over the moon about that. Which, by the way, back to the ornament situation, if Penny watches this, they're now saying it could take up till January 3rd because we have another holiday of New Year's Eve. So they think that may slow down the processing. That's why they gave me the ornament free. Well, not the ornament, but I mean the magnet free. If it ain't one thing, it's another. But we waited all day for Cousin Penny to come pick up some leftovers, and she never did that. And I know she wasn't feeling well, so maybe that's probably why she didn't come pick up the leftovers. But I hope she does come pick them up, and I do work the next 3 days, so there's no way that I can just drop what I'm doing and take it to her, so I really hope she comes by the house and picks it up. The next thing I was going to say was we didn't go to Wendy's tonight. I know a lot of people are shocked about that. I'm shocked about that. Grandpa wanted to go to McDonald's, which we had the worst service ever. And the guy even kept asking me why I was standing at the counter. I said, well, nobody ever gave me a number to sit down. And then he's like, well, what do you want with a cup? I said, there's no iced tea unsweet out here. He goes, okay, I'll go get that. Then he says, why are you still standing there? I said, I haven't got any food yet. Oh, okay, we'll work on that. It was just one thing after another. So they had no iced tea that was unsweet out there at the lobby. I had to go back and ask for iced tea again. It's like, hello, you know, get this stuff going. You have to get, and then there was one customer that was very irate, and she was, I didn't blame her. She was like, she was sitting in the drive-thru for an inordinate amount of time, and then she had cold sandwiches, and everything was just not right. And she was expressing her displeasure to the manager, and the manager was just shrugging her off, like, yeah, so what, you know? He even threatened to call the cops on her, even though he wasn't paying attention to the customer's needs. And I thought, what kind of manager are you anyway? So after that, we decided to come home, and I've done laundry. Every ornament is downstairs except for the tree. I've got to have him tape the tree. And the house inside is decorated for Valentine's Day for whatever reason. But yes, Valentine's Day. So whoop-de-doo. I have a bunch of stuff I want to do after work tomorrow, which is go to a Dollar Tree and also go to County Market. But those are the two main things I want to do tomorrow after work. Oh, of course, eat too, you know, but that's just a given. But anyway, that's basically what my day off was like. So, if you stay tuned, we're going to give you what... I don't know if we're going to do a Dear Bombshell or if we're going to do what you should focus on in 2020. Maybe a mix. Anyway, stay tuned.